Okay, me again, try another one, he's back. And yeah, the one that I was going to try to talk about this time was talked about being mindful and trying to remain in the present moment with getting your shoulders back and with your breathing and yeah, just into your senses as well, you know. Obviously you're holding this steering wheel, not getting too sort of hippie fucking with it, but just sort of feeling it through my numb fingers the best I can, you know, realise what I'm actually grabbing, what sort of pressure I'm holding it with and whatever, and yeah, with your breath, with your vision, and with your taste, you know, and yeah, all that being used, you are staying in the moment, as it were, rather than letting this fucking crazy monkey mind take over. I think the first time that I did, well, not the first time, but one of the first times that I did become mindful, I've got asthma, or maybe I had asthma, because I haven't used my pump for about 4-5 years now. And yeah, it was this guy that I found on the internet again, and it was the method, and it was called Butekyo, Butekyo, and that was the method, his name, and that was his name, Professor Butekyo. I think he was a Russian guy, and he actually came up with the idea of bit of imagination required, and yeah, sort of fast tracking on what he said, obviously to try to make it easier for you. You actually put what he suggested, you actually put your breath on a scale. So breathing up to like your maximum is 10, and the exhalation is 0. A little bit more detailed than that, because he teaches you like the actual inhalation of the breath is to get to the maximum of the breath. There is a lot more inhalation than what most people think, and I think I've said that in a previous video. But yeah, you get on that scale. Like I said, a lot of imagination required as well, but then you also, once you're on that scale, you get say for example, if you breathe out to a 0 and then you breathe up to say a 2, and yeah, you like hyperventilate between that breath, so you're and yeah, there's 2s and 4s, 3s and 5s, 5s and 7s, and yeah, I sort of like looked at this, quite interested. Obviously I had 5 minutes on my hand, and yeah, I'll give it a go. I was not having an asthma attack, as it were, but I knew that I needed my inhaler, and I had my inhaler in my hand just in case it didn't work. And yeah, I tried it, and it worked as well. You know, it worked efficiently, and yeah, since that day of probably 4 or 5 years ago, I haven't actually used my Ventolin inhaler. I've probably got one at home, but I've never used it. I used to take one on holiday with me just in case, you know, but yeah, never used it. I've always used this Butekyo method, and with that, I think that gave me a little insight of the power of breath, you know, and obviously we know how important breath is anyway, because more statistics for you again. I think say for example, you can live without food for 7 to 10 days. You can live without water for 3 to 5 days, but yeah, with breath, you're fucked within sort of a handful of minutes. So it's an obvious important thing to us anyway, but yeah, if you've got the power to use it and manipulate it, and to a point of supposedly sort of curing maybe my asthma, and yeah, putting my mind in a better place as well. It's a tool that we don't use enough, and maybe we should. So yeah, enough of me waffling. Yeah, see you in the next one.